Hey y'all, it's me, Barb Hardly, your favorite comic book and action figure loving drag queen who is not herself a cosplay queen. Unless you count me as cosplaying as beautiful woman, which is what drag is. I am here today with another Marvel Legends video, my top 40 favorite Marvel Legends, going by the character that the Marvel Legend is and not the actual quality of the figure itself. That is just a long, complicated way of saying these are my 40 favorite Marvel Comics characters. Marvel Comics has like 85 years worth of stories, and I myself have been reading them since 1993. So how did I winnow all those characters down to a nice tight 40? I split it up into 4 groups of 10. We got 10 X-Men, 10 X-women, 10 Marvel male heroes, and 10 Marvel female heroes. So I thought I would go through all 40 of my favorite Marvel Comics characters and tell you why. Because I think in some cases, y'all are going to be like, okay. We'll start with Kalark himself, the praetor of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, Gladiator. And why do I like him? Because he's purple and has a mohawk and is like if Superman was kind of a jerk. And we got Luke Cage. I do love Luke Cage. That's his Power Man costume. You cannot tell me that that is not a drag king look. Then we got Peter Quill, Star-Lord. And, I love Star-Lord. I will defend him to my dying day. And this is comic book Star-Lord, although you will notice that it is a Walmart exclusive classic Star-Lord body with a Hank Pym head, thus kind of recreating his 2012 Avengers Assemble look. Then we got Carol Danvers in her Warbird / Ms. Marvel costume. I love Carol Danvers, I love Ms. Marvel, I love Captain Marvel, and I love that costume. Then we got the 2 heavy hitters, my 2 all-time faves, Rogue and She-Hulk. I mean, they're just the absolute best. Rogue's a Southern belle, just like myself, and She-Hulk is a suspiciously large woman. Well, not like myself, because I'm only 5'6", 5'10", in heels. And then there's Thunderstrike. Not Thor, but Thunderstrike, who is Thor, except he's a single dad and an architect. Basically like the TGIF equivalent of Thor. And last but not least on that top row, we got Moondragon. This is starting a theme of mine, which is bitches. I love superheroines that got an attitude, and Moondragon is definitely one of them. She's just rotten, and I love her. Then we go down to the second row, and we got Boom Boom. Oh, I love X-Force, my favorite comic book of all time, and I love Tabitha Smith so much. Next to her is Black Widow, who I fell in love with because of the movies, and now, of course I love her in the comics too, especially in the 80s when she had really short hair. Why am I not using that figure? I don't know. Then we got Iceman, who, of course, I've always liked, but as soon as he came out of the closet, he just skyrocketed up to the tippy top of my favorite characters list because, he came out of the closet at a late age, much like myself. And when I say late age, I mean 21, which in gay years is 48. Oh. This might be a little bit of projection, but I did put Iceman next to the 2 hottest men in the Marvel Universe, maybe as a sign of like, I wish I was Iceman, and I wish that I could stand next to Dum Dum Dugan and Banshee. I don't have a thing for redheads per se, but I do have a thing for like older male superheroes who are like, they're one job away from just cutting it, and maybe they've missed leg day a couple times. They ain't missed stomach day, although I have. I mean, God. That's a corset. That's a corset. Dum Dum Dugan no wear no corset. I love both of them so much. I was both of them for Halloween. I was Dum Dum Dugan one year and Banshee one year. Then we got Storm. My favorite version of Storm is, of course, Mohawk Storm, because Paul Smith and Chris Claremont's X-Men cannot be beat. And then we got Domino. Again, we're talking about X-Force, my favorite Marvel team of all time. Domino, the wine mom. No, she'd be like the wine aunt. She's like the cool aunt of X-Force. And then last but not least on this row, we got Quasar. I love a lot of the second or third tier Marvel cosmic heroes. Quasar was just like a security guard who got the powers of the universe. Going down to the third row, we got Adam Warlock. And Hasbro, we need a Jim Starlin design Adam Warlock figure, like a 70s one, which has never been made. Adam Warlock is a weird character, so therefore I love him. Silver Sable, another bitch. You gotta love Silver Sable. She goes wherever the money is, and in a recent comic book, she was having sex with Nightcrawler. So, you go, girl. And then there's Arcade, who is a brat. But I don't know. I mean, like, I love suits. I love men in suits. I'm not attracted to Arcade. I know he has a redhead. I swear to God, I don't have a thing for that. But he's just a little shit. Then we got Black Cat, who is a recent addition to my favorites. I just really like Jed McKay's ongoing series. She's not really a bitch. She's sassy. Cats are sassy. Dogs are bitchy. You know, dogs are bitch heads. And then we got the queen bitch herself, Mystique, Raven Darkholm. What I love about Mystique is that if she shows up in any story, you know, oh, anything can happen. She is unpredictable. She's a wild card. She's chaos, and that's fun. Then we got Siren. I love Siren. Of course I love Siren. She's Banshee's daughter, and she's a member of X-Force. And she has one of the best character arcs in all of the X-Men, and it is a shame that she is not used more regularly. Then, of course, Monica Rambeau, Photon, Spectrum, what are her other names? Photon, Pulsar? Pulsar, Photon, Spectrum, Captain Marvel. Anyway, she's great. I mean, she went from working on her like dad's fishing boat to lead the Avengers in like under a year, that's a pretty nice career trajectory. Then we got Iron Fist. Controversial, maybe. I don't know. The 2008 Matt Fraction run with David Aja is very, very good, and it won me over because the comics don't shy away from him being an idiot who's dressed inappropriately for, like, every situation he's in. So, I mean, I love Iron Fist. I can't help it. And I also love Spider-Woman. 70s Marvel is really where it's at, I'm just saying. But Spider-Woman is a hot mess character. I mean, she's kind of like if Sweet Dee from It's Always Sunny was a superhero. I don't know. It feels like she's always fighting and she's just like one drink too far in. And I love that about her. In the bottom row, Emma Frost in a great figure. I don't know why this figure gets hate. I think she's gorgeous. I mean, look at that face. Oh, okay, whatever. I mean, you gotta love Emma Frost. She's the queen bitch. I think that Emma Frost, Silver Sable, Mystique, and Moondragon should have their own series. And call it Ballbusters. That's a joke that I've literally already said on this channel. Give her, Cersei, and Moondragon their own team-up book. Call it Ballbusters. Then I love Misty Knight. Oh, lordy. And when I got to interview Simone Missick for work back when Luke Cage was on, that was a highlight. I love everything about her. I mean, she's an ex-cop with a robot arm. I mean, that's all you need, right? Then we got Beast, who... I'm married to Beast, but like Defenders era Beast, Avengers era Beast, like the kind of Beast who loves classical music and also really stupid comedies. Is also very smart and eloquent, and just adorable. So I do love Beast a lot, which is why I haven't liked the last couple years of X-Men comics. Benjamin Percy. But it's all good now. And then there's Daredevil, my king, another redhead. Oh, God. Anyway, then there's Daredevil, who is just a hot mess and a character that I really relate to because his defining characteristic for a while was his crippling depression. And then there's Wolfsbane, who, when I was coming out of the closet, I really related to her New Mutants era run, where she was so, like, repressed and was being faced with all these new things and having to, like, navigate all that stuff. I loved her. And also X-Factor, come on. Then, of course, there's Jubilee, which, as a gay man, I have to love Jubilee. And that is a trope of being a homosexual man that I am fine with indulging. And then there's Nightcrawler himself, Silver Sable's boy toy. And just Nightcrawler's been one of my favorite characters for forever. I mean, he was probably the first X-Men who wasn't on the cartoon that I, like, was obsessed with. So, you gotta give it up for Kurt Wagner. And now we'll move over to the little bookend sides. We got Genisville, Captain Marvel. You know what kept me reading Marvel comics during my, like, darkest period as a Marvel fan? Peter David and Chris Cross's Captain Marvel. I love that. It's also why I love Moondragon. So, shout out to Genisville. Genisville, I mean, it's spelled like penis with a G. Genus. And then we got M, Monet St. Croix. She's M. Honestly, I prefer M to Emma. We don't even pit them against each other, but when it comes to the X-Men's premier bad bitches, I'm an M fan. And then below them, we got my other two like top tier X characters, Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man, and Gambit. And just let me say, when Madrox died in X Factor number 100, I created my own little commemorative X Factor issue memorializing him on notebook paper. I was in 4th grade. And then there's Gambit, who, Gambit is not a real person. I have no ownership over Gambit. But let me tell you the pride that I have of Remember It, X-Men 97 episode, giving Gambit his due. Finally. That episode was nominated for an Emmy. I love you, Gambit. It took you so long, but you finally are getting the respect you deserve. And then over here on the other side, we got Cannonball, who is my favorite X-Man. I mean, X-Force 19, open hand, closed fist. When he he was going to slap Professor X. I mean, come on, and he's from Kentucky. Sam Guthrie, just a perfect, nice guy. And you love to see that in a superhero. Then there's Mr. Sinister, who is an absolute creepy pervert, narcissist, sociopath, party monster, who looks like if a member of KISS was bitten by a vampire and then put in a paper shredder. I love Mr. Sinister. Then we got Moonstone, who's like a sleeper fave of mine. But, I mean, she is Carol Danvers' arch nemesis. And when Baron Zemo took the Masters of Evil and made them all into superheroes, the Thunderbolts, Meteorite was the only one that was like, oh, wait, you guys are serious about the superhero thing? Because I'm here just to cause chaos and just beat up superheroes. I love her for that. Again, head bitch. And then lastly, definitely not leastly, is Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Just an amazing supervillain. Just, especially the most recent, stuff that's been him as mayor of New York most recently. Perfect stuff. Just real deep, rich character things. I mean, he's like the most intimidating supervillain. They still managed to make him relatable, sympathetic. It's crazy. But anyway, those are my 40 favorite Marvel Comics characters. This is them, and I love them. And this display is really hard to maintain because if one falls over, they all fall over. You should use museum putty, you're going to say. And I'm going to say no. That's all the time I have. Please like and subscribe and comment here on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Barb Hardly. Please go to my Patreon, where $3 a month gets you exclusive videos and blog updates, probably photos, all sorts of stuff, but also just the knowledge that your $3 a month is going towards fueling this nonsense. And if you just want to make a one-time donation, Venmo is always an option. Until next time, am I a woman? Hardly.